I'm Angela from craftygoat.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use Amazing Mold Putty to make your own texture sheets to use with polymer clay. I'm going to show you how to make a couple of different types of texture sheets, one from this basket and then one from an extruded clay sheet that you've done yourself. For this project, you'll need Amazing Mold Putty, polymer clay, something to mold, and a pasta machine. For the basket project, you're going to start with fairly large balls of the Amazing Mold Putty, about a half a teaspoon each. And you want to mix those together until there's a uniform color, no more streaks. Once it's mixed together, you want to roll it into a ball and then roll it through your pasta machine. Do kind of a log shape. Start with the thickest setting. And I'd go to the second or third setting. You don't want to make it too thin because the mold putty can get a little weak if it's too thin. And now just drape it over the basket, and you can stretch it out a little more depending on the size you want. And press it onto the basket. You want to make sure you get a good impression so that it has a good texture all the way around. The Amazing Mold Putty takes 20 to 30 minutes to set, so I'm going to set this aside until it firms up. Now this one has set for 30 minutes, and I peeled it off the basket, and this is how it turned out. Now the nice thing about these thin texture sheets is you can actually just use scissors, and if you want to trim off uneven edges, cut right through there. If there was any part that didn't turn out well, you could cut through that. And when you want to use it with polymer clay, you can use a brayer, or you can even roll it through your pasta machine with the clay to get a really good impression. Another way to make texture sheets is to create your own pattern on polymer clay using an extruder and then make a mold of that. This is a clay sheet that I've already baked. The image transfer is from a royalty-free pattern book. And what I'm going to do is add a little layer of liquid clay. And I'll just spread that on with my fingers. This will just act as a glue. I've used my extruder to roll out a really long, thin clay snake, and now I'm going to just press that onto the pattern to create a raised texture. Now here's one where I've already done that and I've baked it again, so we're ready to make a mold out of this. Get equal amounts of the yellow and white mold putty. And roll them together until there's an even color. I'll roll it into a ball. And then roll it through the pasta machine. And press it over the pattern. Make sure there's no air bubbles. leave that sitting for 20 to 30 minutes, and when it's done setting, you'll have a texture mold. This one's already set and ready to use with clay. Now you can either use it with the brayer, or what I like to do is roll it through the pasta machine. I've rolled this sheet through on the 4th thickest setting on my pasta machine, and then I'm going to roll it back to a thicker setting. This is the 2nd thickest, and then place these together. And I've got a raised texture on the clay now, and I can highlight that with Pearl-X powders to make it show up even better. And it's okay if this gets on the background too. Now I'm going to roll this through the pasta machine again on a thinner setting. So now it's flat, but you can still see where the pattern is. So that's kind of a cool effect. Once you get the hang of using mold putty, you'll find all sorts of things you can make texture sheets out of. Here are a few I've made, both from things around the house and from my own extruded clay sheets. I hope you'll try making your own texture sheets. It's a lot of fun. If you have any questions about using polymer clay or about making your own molds, come visit my blog at blog.craftygoat.com. Thanks.